There comes a time when you have to do for yourself. Sometimes we can get frustrated because we're expecting this person to show up for us, that person to show up for us. We put so much expectation upon others. We give away our own permission, our own personal power to change our life in hopes that someone else will save us. We want joy, but instead of creating joy for ourselves, we hand over that authority to someone else. And when they fumble, we suffer. We expect happiness, success, a life worth living. Yet we look to our right and we look to our left. And who's really there to create it for us? Who's really there to whisper those ideas in our ears? Who's really there to push us to take the necessary steps forward? Oftentimes you'll find that there's not even one. And the one that you would expect to be there is oftentimes the first one to drop flat on their face. This is not to be burdened by. This is not to be hopeless for. This is not to lose faith in humanity. This is to ignite you and awaken you to become that which you came here to be. See, if you were comfortable, if everything was at your fingertips, the true you, the you that has the infinite potential to create all that is and all that is beyond your imagination, that you requires discomfort. That you requires a lack of familiarity. That you requires the aloneness, the solitude, the self-reflection. That you requires self-initiation. It requires you to dig deep, because you'll wake up and you'll realize, is this the life that I've truly come to live? Is this the reality that I've chosen to accept? Is this all that I can be? Is this all that is for me? Or do I have the capacity to change my reality? Do I have the capacity to change my surroundings? Do I have the capacity to change the now and to create and birth a future that I know I am deserving of? See, many times the people that are in your immediate circle cannot see all that you are. It's not meant for them to see it. It's not meant for them to see it. Many people that are around you now only see you based on who you were. And who you were is not who you are now. You've evolved beyond that. You've transformed beyond that. You've elevated past that. Who they have defined you to be was the version of you that settled, was the version of you that didn't know self-worth, was the version of you that had no self-respect. It was the version of you that was codependent. It was the version of you who didn't know themselves, had no boundaries, had no standards, had no vision. That is the you that they have perceived and have now defined you to be. But you've changed, you see. You've shifted. You've elevated. You've shed. You've purged. You've cleared. You've released. So who you are now, the people around you must be reintroduced to. But it can only take place when you choose to stand in the truth of who you are now. And it's only when you continue to walk in that truth that you will begin taking the necessary actions, taking the necessary risk, moving beyond your comfort zone to really blossom into who you know you are. And that is when you will begin to receive all that you are deserving of. So it may require you to walk away from people. Not because they've done anything wrong, not because there's any animosity, not even because there's any quarreling. But it's because you aren't who they perceive you to be. You aren't that person. You aren't that. So the resonance has shifted. The frequency has shifted. The connection has shifted. And you can either allow these people to continue to trigger you, not because they're doing anything wrong, but because they are challenging you. They're challenging you to look within yourself and be honest with yourself. Am I going to allow this person to continue to believe that's who I am? Or am I going to stand up and show them who I am now? The new you thinks different, walks different. The new you empathizes differently. The new you has a different availability. The new you has a different level of tolerance, a different level of understanding. And the more you stand in that truth and act in that truth, you will begin to ruffle feathers. But it's either you or it's them. And you either going to remain small and allow them to stay comfortable, or you're going to rise and allow them to perceive it as they may. But you have to be accountable for the life that you choose to create for yourself, because you came here alone and you're going to transition alone. And you are going to be the one made to reflect over your life. And you are going to have to sit with the reality of, did I do all that I could do to live the life that I came here to live? Or did I play it too safe? Did I suppress who I truly was? Did I ever speak my truth? Did I ever go after my visions and my dreams and my goals with a full heart and mind and effort? Or did I get complacent, distracted, comfortable? These are the questions to be asking. These are the questions to sit with. These are the questions that will help you create and shift your reality. And once you begin to do the inner work, and not only the inner work to realize who you are, but the inner work to embody the confidence that's required for you to walk in that truth of who you are. Walk in the power that you are. Because see, a lot of times we do so much shadow work that we remain in the shadow. It's not for you to remain in the shadow. It's for you to make peace with that aspect of yourself and integrate it along with your true highest self and walk forward in confidence. So don't get it twisted. Don't continue to stay small, because that heaviness in your chest don't feel nice, and I know it don't. Stop allowing these people to trigger you. Stop allowing these people to try you. You ain't here to prove nothing to them. You here to walk in the truth of who you are, unapologetically.